countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's good, everybody? We are back. I got Jerry D.
What's up?
I got PK. We in the building, and we're about to do a reaction that has been requested for Rambo 5, Trailer 1 and Trailer 2 from Terminator X. Shout out to you. We're going.
Shout out.
We appreciate the
Thank
request.
you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
You, Terminator X.
Everyone, feel free to send more. We're going to go ahead and watch this right now. Rambo 5. Let's jump in. Trailer 1 first.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Balboa Productions.
He's got his own production.
Okay. So.
I've watched people I've loved die. Some fast with a bullet. Some not enough left to
It's like Old Man Logan.
Yeah,
Meets Gran
he got
Torino.
Old Town Road going.
Yeah.
Oh, he got to be
Yeah,
85 and a half.
No, I mean, he's. Oh, God.
years I've kept my secrets.
Oh, here we go.
The time
Nice.
has come to face my past.
The same day as Ad Astra.
Smoky. Today I face
For me,
smoke.
they will welcome
That's not a smart
Oh,
move.
he jumped? Wow.
I want revenge.
God, his face just looks like a leather
It's
made
like
rawhide.
there's.
I want them to know
Ooh,
that death is coming.
So it's a nice Mercedes. I won't lie.
There's nothing they can do to stop it.
Okay.
Last
Last Blood.
He said he's coming back for revenge.
He's coming back for revenge. I think it's
The people that jumped.
If we watch, well, no, there's a second trailer that's going to tell us actually a little bit more.
All right. Before we get too deep into it, let's go ahead and knock out Trailer 2.
Okay.
You're dealing with an expert with guns,
Troutman.
Throwback.
with
Yep.
knives.
So what's up? All these movies taking it back. We saw Star Wars. They did it. That's
Yeah.
They're not gonna.
No, they do it because you're dealing with, like what you were saying about. So we got a relative.
The only family I've ever known.
Why haven't we met her before?
You must really want this girl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's
So it's like a niece or something.
So, Downton Abbey sold out. You can go see that.
she's coming home. You started this. I'll end it. I'm gonna tear you apart.
Oh, guess what?
This is what I feel like.
All right.
So just seen the trailer, part 2. Trailer
Last-
2. I mean.
Trailer
Last
2.
So
Blood.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm not that much knowledgeable on the Rambo thing. I kind of know the gist of it,
Right.
but this is before my time, in my opinion.
No, you're absolutely
You know what
right.
I'm
I mean, it's before. So this was the big. So to give a little bit of backstory, I grew up with these movies. Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger were the top action stars of the '80s. There's
Okay.
no way around that. They gave birth to what we would call the modern action hero.
Okay.
And during this time, you also have Chuck Norris making movies, and and it had a certain level of popularity, not as much as it has now. It's almost like internet meme, if
Yeah.
you will. And you have Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal towards the late '80s, starting to slowly break in and taking some of the thunder away from these guys. But Rambo and Rocky were the two, for at least the first half of the '80s, the top franchises.
Did you see all 4? Because this is about to be 5. Have
It
you
isn't.
seen all
I've seen
4
I've seen
Rambos?
all of them, but I only think I saw the second one was the only one I saw actually in the theater, and the fourth one I saw in the theater. But three is considered like the low point. The one that takes place in Afghanistan, where he goes to Afghanistan to save Richard Crenna, his mentor.
Mm-hmm.
That's where great line, and the guy says to Richard, kind of, who is this man? God. And he goes, yeah, you hope he better has mercy on you, or something like that. A lot of cheesy dialogues in these movies. But so Rambo's a Vietnam vet.
How long ago was the fourth one?
Fourth one was 2008, I think, 2008, 2009.
Wow, really?
Been a long
So
time.
he has. So we got to hand it to Stallone. He has.
It's been a while.
There's a long gap in between 3 and 4. There were a lot of different. Remember, Stallone's heyday really is the 80s. In the 90s, it's like he has these comebacks. Like Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger was a big movie, great big Rennie Harlan action movie. And then he took that comeback and he just boom.
Yeah.
The Specialist, Judge Dredd. Assassins was all right with Antonio Banderas, but his stock went down though. His stock went down. Everyone's stock. Schwarzenegger's stock went down. Everyone's stock went down in the 90s. Everything that was great in the 80s sort of dwindled in the 90s.
So you think that he's taking this as like he's going back to the well, and
he's
back
going
to the well.
Yeah, well with this, and I think what he did brilliantly with Creed is like the perfect continuation of the Rocky Balboa character.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the 5th Rocky
With Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Machine Gun is pretty bad. Where he gets
Fighting the street.
He gets to go back to Philadelphia because he's poor and loses all his money.
All right, so what do we think about these trailers? These trailers. PK.
I would expect they're what I would expect. Again, I'm kind of with you. I've seen First Blood, which I thought was an amazing movie back in the day. One of my favorite action movies. I've seen parts of the second one. I never saw the third or the fourth one because I was just like,
Right.
okay,
Yeah,
I'm over it now. It's the same kind of thing. But I feel like if you like Rambo and
This
you're
is for
into it,
you.
you're gonna go see it. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, it looked like we kind of get an idea what the plot's going to be. His niece or something gets taken. He's going to try to go get her back by any means. He's setting up probably traps and stuff that he done did in the wilderness.
And
all
that's
that.
the name of the game. And
Yeah,
it looks like there's going to be some really like moments where someone gets a stake through their ass.
Yeah. So
Right.
I mean, let's be very. Logan is the model for this movie.
Yeah,
Logan,
I see that.
old
I see a
man
little bit of
Logan, and Gran Torino.
Yeah.
And definitely Gran Torino are definitely the models, the inspiration for this movie, I think.
You know what I see a little bit of too in here, in a certain capacity. That part in Skyfall, James Bond, where he defends his house, and it's basically like adult Home Alone, where he sets up the traps around the house.
It's totally
You
that.
saw in the trailer, I forgot it was 1 or 2. Somebody walks in the house and the crossbow goes off and boom.
So it's kind of I get a lot of that vibe of like we're fighting on my home turf. I may be the underdog, but it's my home turf, and I can use that to my advantage.
No, he's definitely.
He got his trusty dusty knife.
He's got his knife in the tree. So here's the thing. So it's like, it reminds me a lot of the first one where Brian Dennehy and the cops are all going after him, and they're no match. They're no match for Rambo. They're really no match. And the same thing when he goes back into Vietnam. You have to remember, the second one is for even though it's horribly dated by today's standards, and it's certainly very popular still. At the time, it's significant. It opens up the same weekend, I believe, as the James Bond movie A View to a Kill. And the popularity, James Bond in this period is on his way out. James Bond, the business is going down. This is the sign of things to come in 1985. These action movies, very testosterone driven, with him and Arnold Schwarzenegger leading the charge. So but also there's a lot of politics that come with the Rambo movies. Rambo is what we would call Reagan era fantasy, where we go back and basically fight the Vietnam War, but we want to win it this time. That's what Rambo 2 really is. It's like it's the one of the most famous lines that he utters is when he goes to Richard Crenna. They want him to go back, and Sylvester Stallone says, "Will we be allowed to win this time?" It's one of the most famous lines of the 80s, and as far as action movies go, and something that I think that would haunt Stallone, because Stallone, I think, was teaching Jim at a all-girls school in Switzerland during the Vietnam War. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I'm just getting this from an interview I did on Movie Geeks United a long time ago. So just bear with me on that. That's just hearsay. Please do not in the comments crucify me for that.
Get 'em.
But That was one of the rumors. But
Sylvester Stallone's gonna come comment on here.
yeah, sorry, he's gonna
He can
slit
come
my
get you.
throat. But these are good. These are fun movies. I think there's definitely an audience still for this. Remember, this is gonna open the same day as Downton Abbey movie, so I don't think they're gonna really conquer the conflict with each other. But the Brad Pitt movie Ad Astra does open that day, and that is
That will win. That's gonna win.
That's gonna win. I
box
don't
office.
know, but there's something else we're not. So one other thing we have to talk about with Stallone. He takes himself still way too seriously. Schwarzenegger, you got to give it to him, had good comic timing. Stallone, especially, and this character is not a funny character, I get that, but at least in the Expendables movies, they're funny,
I like
Yeah.
that.
and we need that.
Yeah.
This movie is not gonna have that. There's not gonna be a lot of. There's gonna be a lot of blood and a lot of violence.
It's called Last Blood, man.
Yeah,
But,
Last Blood.
It's not
First
the worst
Blood.
thing in the world.
Oh no!
Not the worst thing in the world.
I'm very curious to see in 2019 how a Rambo movie plays.
Me
Yeah.
too.
We
I'm
will
very
see.
curious.
I guess we'll find out September 19th, 2019. So that's this month, actually in a couple weeks, I would say. So we're gonna definitely. Are you gonna go see it?
Oh, I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see everything that weekend.
You gonna go see it?
I'm gonna go see it on my couch when it comes to Netflix.
If I'm gonna be honest, I probably will too. I'm not gonna, unless he comes in and say, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you got to see this! Like it's been amazing! Like
Yep.
it's the best." Then he can talk.
Yeah, I'm
me
gonna
into
tell you
seeing
what
it,
I'm gonna
but-
say after I go see it.
Right.
I wish Once Upon a Time from Hollywood was still playing. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, that's what I'm
Right,
gonna
right,
say.
Right.
So I mean, go ahead.
These nuts. Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa!
Which one? Yeah.
All right, so that was our reaction to Rambo 5 trailers 1 and 2. Thank you, Terminator X, for the request. Keep sending more in. We're gonna close this one out. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, do all of that good stuff.
And watch our It review, please.
Watch our
the
It
It
review.
review.
We took a lot of
Please
time.
come
Great,
on.
lot of stuff.
We took a lot of time to that review, man. Make sure y'all go
Please.
check that out, man. We appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Come back for more.
Thank you. Enjoy.
We love you.